I really don't know if this is too loud or not. Anyway, we'll see what's going on. And yeah, sorry for the little dodgy layout. I'm hoping you can hear everything okay. Obviously I did a stream probably a couple months ago now. I've moved since then, so yeah, hopefully I can set something up nicely. I've got so many sets to build, and yeah, we're gonna go through them. The latest pickup is the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. Got this for free actually. Found an old sort of shop voucher. I can't remember what they're called, but if you're from the UK, you'll know what I mean. You can use them anywhere, but apparently you can only use to the value of the card. There was only 20 quid on the card, and this was probably the best thing I could find, because what can you find for £20 with free delivery? I don't know. But I mean, I've got a few 501st Troopers in places. All the Lego is sort of hidden away at the moment, just from moving and stuff. So yeah, who knows if anyone will join. But yeah, bloody hell, that's a tough open. I mean, the box is now screwed, so that's always the best. I'm hoping this doesn't go on for too long, but it's taken me sort of a while to set it up. No paper bags, which does surprise me. I don't remember the last time I had a set like this. Let me just check if everything sounds okay and whatnot. And looks okay. Help if my channel showed up on the search. Looks like that's outrageous. Maybe I just need to that a little bit. This is going to sound disgusting in a minute. I'm hoping that I'm able to be heard. That would always help. I think I should be. Anyway, let's just get cracking on with this. Build this up quickly, and I've already lost a piece. That is brilliant. Let me go and There we go. Yeah. Not starting off great, I'll tell you that. But I'm unsure if I should make another channel or not. The one I've got is died a very long time ago. Probably just easier to start from fresh, you know. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it says someone's in the chat, someone's in the stream, but I think that might just be me on an alt browser, most likely. But you know, if you are in, then give us a shout, you know. Would always be nice. Let me know if you can actually hear me and I'm not just sort of talking in silence. I actually don't know what mic I'm using. It's the iPhone microphone. Don't know where on the phone that's located. It should pick me up, hopefully. But honestly, like 2 1x2s. Why can't that just be a 2x2? Like it's just serious piece inflation. Sorry, just doesn't. It can't be cheaper for them to produce 2 1x2s than it would be 2 2x2s. It just. Especially when there's no other. If there was other 1x2s in the set, then obviously that would make sense, but there's not. So I always forget as well. I build so close to myself. Not sure why, but I think this is the first time I've done a battle pack and started on the build first. I think usually I'll always just go straight to the figures. Sometimes not even build the actual build. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm not the best of builders. I've got the Millennium Falcon behind me, so that is going to be a ginormous build. I'm going to have to purchase another desk for that, because this is the desk that I work on, so yeah, I don't appreciate every morning moving all of that over. But you know, hopefully, maybe I will create a new channel and make the new connections. Obviously, best to make some videos as well. and probably some good thumbnails, because yeah, this is half-assed, but as you know, it's just better to start and then build your way up than it would be to sit there pandering against everything. But overall, this build looks okay. Obviously there's a lot of sort of price inflation with Lego at the moment, so it's never going to be worth it comparing to older sets, because you know that's just what everyone does. But in terms of the current market, I think this is a decent valued set, especially if you can get it at a sort of £15-16. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Star Wars, I mean, the videos won't be on the channel anymore. Maybe I'll put them back on. I did go through a phase of, I had a decent, considering I basically started from scratch in lockdown. For someone at that time who didn't really, I had a part-time job, that was it. Obviously Lego was sort of, I didn't have much to spend on Lego, but no, for someone, I was pretty crafty. I ended up with a Imperial gunship that cost me, it wasn't much, it was probably like 50-60 £60. Basically I used loads of parts from, sorted my whole parts collection out, managed to get like a good chunk of them, ordered the rest, and then I think I sold, well, I ended up selling it, which is a little bit annoying, because if I go back now and try and build back some of those old sets that I had, it's just going to be impossible. But I'm not too worried. The majority of the good sets that I had from when I was younger, I've got sort of built up anyway. There's not many. Obviously it'd be nice to still have them all, but you know, when you're a kid and you just sort of break down the sets and do your own thing with them, I think, you know, we're going back to sort of like Exo Force days, and what else? I'm trying to think what else I had that would be considered decent now. Ninja Turtles, I always had a soft spot for that theme, although I've never really watched the cartoon, so I'm not sure where that came from. Marvel sort of was just as I was coming out of going into like a dark age as such. And I had a few of the old, well, I had an old Batman set, so I never had too much, but I had loads of bricks. I didn't have loads of like little poly bags and stuff, but no real big sets. And then obviously now, like, just outrageous the amount of Lego I have now compared to when I actually should have been purchasing lots of Lego. I mean, just in my backlog alone, I've got Millennium Falcon, New Guardian ship, Avengers vs Leviathan, one of the old Avengers video game sets, 4 Speed Champion sets, Thor set, and Obi-Wan Starfighter. So there's plenty there to be built, and hopefully we can grow a sort of little channel and community on the way. Just undeciding, do I start the channel again or not, because I think YouTube pushes videos by first of all how many people see the thumbnail and click on it. So obviously if I've got no sort of people clicking on it, they're just scrolling through, maybe they don't like Lego anymore, maybe their channel's not active, it's just gonna push down and down and down. You never know, maybe I'll re-upload some of my old videos. They probably won't do the best in today's sort of Lego creator economy. I mean, the Lego YouTube has changed so much since I was in it. You know, at the time it was just waiting for some Mr. Beast like content, and as now you know, everything is like that. Now back in sort of lockdown times, you could just blow by doing hauls and some sort of leaks and city building, whereas I doubt it is that easy anymore. I mean, the amount of news channels, I guess, there's still a lot on there, and obviously I would say that there are probably two types of Lego YouTube, one being sort of the younger generation, and now obviously the older sort of AFOLs, that's the word. I was thinking of something much worse. So that goes. Goes there. So it's a nice little turret, to be honest. It's not an awful battle pack build. I could think of a lot worse. Especially with these, you can have sort of 4 or 5 of these. Like, and that's my issue with some of the battle pack builds. Yeah, they might not be sort of built better, but you know, they are, especially ones like these, you can just have, like, it doesn't hurt having 5 sort of turrets. Whereas some of the things that they have on there, they're just useless. One or 2 at maximum. And as well, I think, obviously with the prices rising of everything, they're going to need to sort of revamp the battle packs, because you know, it's going to get to the point where, you know, £25, you know, it's going to get to that point that people are going to think, people are just not going to buy them. So I think they should probably do something in terms of, like, you can build, if you have 1 you can build this model, if you have 3 you can build this model, if you have 5 you can build this model. Because that's the only way I can see things sort of changing, get some hype back up for it. Yeah, it's a nice. I don't mind the build. I mean, I would have thought, have I just missed a load of. I have. Yeah, now these, it's annoying because they're not, they could have just thrown a normal 5th trooper in here. Instead they've got so many different variations of them. And I don't know which one's which. But that's Lego for you. I guess you can mix and match. Yeah, I'm definitely going to work on some new channel stuff. Okay, so we get 2 of these. So that's nice. I'm gonna dig out my old 501st. Tell you what, you're not gonna be able to see that, are you? That is a great printed piece. Fair play to Lego on that one. No doubt it's probably used somewhere else as well. But overall, if they just had one normal 501st Trooper in here, I think it would be a different story. Or if they need to, why they're still producing things like this and not having, they could have kept that 501st Battle Pack on the market for sort of, I mean, it's probably been 5 years now, hasn't it? Yeah. But for that sort of period of time, or they could just refresh it. And then we have the final one. I've got no clue the specifics of these characters. We've got 2 heavy troopers, a clone specialist, and an officer. Hey, that's new to me. I've not watched all of the Clone Wars, if I'm being honest. I've watched a fair amount of them. I've watched all of Rebels. But you know, there's just so many seasons. It's just too much, not enough time, you know. And this one, you know, obviously there's the helmet holes as well. I'm like really not bothered by it. It's not that deep. Just grow up, mate. But I mean, that's it all completed. I'm gonna work on sort of the camera angles next time. I hope that was okay for YouTube, and I will see you later.